welcome back to my channel. Today is another kind of weird video because this is another event vlog. So today I'll be racing my very first Hyrox Open race and I'm super pumped for it. So in case you're new to my channel or you don't know me and my background, I am a hybrid athlete and I first found out about Hyrox and hybrid sports back in 2022. But mid-2022, I had torn my ACL. So I was out for the season and I couldn't do any kind of races later in the year. So I got in like one DECA strong before that. And then I was on the road to recovery. So I got back into running, in the fall of 2023. So that has helped me prep for this Hyrox race. So this is my very first Hyrox and I am super pumped about it. I am not historically a runner, so that's gonna be my weak point today, but I'm so excited for it. I said that like 3 times. Yeah, exactly. And if you've been paying attention to my other videos, I'm also pregnant right now. So I found out right after World Championships that I was pregnant. And so right now I'm 15 weeks. And since I've been prepping for this event, starting in the fall a little bit and then building into the new year with that, I am totally cleared for this by my doctor. So that's the good news. That does mean that my initial goals for this race have kind of shifted a little bit. My goal was sub 90 minutes on my first run, which might be a little ambitious, but I was able to run a 93 in my last practice 2 weeks ago. So hopefully I can reach around the same number, but I'm gonna be a lot more relaxed with that goal than I would have been if I wasn't pregnant. Because especially right now, my heat starts at 4:40 p.m. As I go throughout my day, I get more and more bloated the more I eat. So by the evening, I'm usually like fairly bloated and uncomfortable. So if I am, then that might affect the way I race today. So I'm not sure how that's gonna play into things. That's the big wild card for me today, but we'll just have to get out there and see what happens. And my biggest goal today is just to finish and have fun. Because again, it's my very first Hyrox race. There's no pressure on this one. It's literally just going there with a few of my gym buddies, my husband's coming, and we're just gonna have fun and enjoy the event. So that's the biggest goal of today. So speaking of bloating and getting ready for race day nutrition-wise, I made sure that yesterday I carb loaded in the evening, and then this morning I ate my normal standard breakfast, banana, yogurt, coffee, and then a mid-morning snack. And while we're on the way to the event center later, we're gonna make sure that we stop and grab some lunch before we go watch some of my gym buddies. They're competing around like 1:30-ish, and so we'll watch them do their races, and then we'll hang out at the event center until it's time for my race. So yeah, that's the plan for the day. There you go again. I can cut these out. I can cut out all these ums. I'm just an person, it's fine. And because my gremlin is really demanding right now and hungry like all the time, I'm also planning on wearing a nutrition belt during the race so that I'll have these goo packets in there. Some of them are like the energy shots, some of them are the little gummies, but either way, I'll have a couple options in my belt. So if I want to, between stations, I can always down some of those if I'm getting hungry and just need a little pick-me-up. And because I'm pregnant right now, my husband also made a caveat. For this race, he was a little nervous because of how many people are on the course at the same time. It's just very high traffic. And so because I'm pregnant, I'm gonna be having a baby on board sign that he puts on my back. So we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm always embarrassed by little things like that, but I think it's also gonna be super cute in the photos and stuff too, so we'll just see what happens. But at least runners coming up behind me and going into the rock zone and everything with traffic, people will know to give me a little bit more of a room and not bump into me when I'm running, so that'll be nice. Other than that, there's your pre-event debrief, and I will see you guys at the event center. So I had to come out of the Hyrox area to actually be able to hear myself think because it was so dang loud in there. Anyway, but the convention center is awesome here. There's several restaurants in here, as well as just a lot of other conventions that are going on too. So that's really neat to see all these different people. But anyway, Hyrox is going in full swing. My friends from the gym just went and they did awesome. So super proud of them. And I've got my event coming up here in the next hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to start getting ready for that a little bit, rest my legs first, drink my protein shake, and then hopefully we'll get going. Well, I officially finished the event and it went so well. I got just 3 minutes above my pre-baby estimated time of 1.5 hours. So I got 93 minutes and 30 seconds and it was just so much fun. Blew my expectations out of the water and I had a great time and felt fantastic. So anyway, we'll debrief more a little bit later, but we're on our way to get some food. Hey, so we are still on the way to food. The Saltgrass Steakhouse that was in the convention center was actually like completely booked up and they had a super long wait. So we just decided to go a little bit farther away to another steakhouse. So anyway, I changed, got all cleaned up, and anyway, that race was so dang fun. I had a blast. I felt so confident on each zone. And all the volunteers there, I have to give a huge shout out to all the volunteers because they were just so amazingly encouraging. And I had my little baby on board sticker on my back. And so a lot of different racers and the volunteers, you know, come on mama, you got this. It was just so fun to hear the encouragement, and it's just like the whole place was rooting for me. It was so fun. I loved it, every second. Yeah, there were some pretty tough parts. For sure, it was not an easy race. There were several parts where I had to kind of push through that mental toughness wall and say, okay, I've got this, it's mind over matter. You can pick up your pace a little bit on the running. It wasn't a body issue, it was a mind issue. My body could do more, but my mind was saying to stop. And so then I was able to, you know, keep pace with a few other runners or just find inspiration from other runners that were on the course. So that was a really fun atmosphere. Just the whole arena, everybody's cheering for you, and it just feels like a big party. What was your experience like as a spectator, Matt?
Lots of standing.
Yeah.
Lots of craning my neck looking for you.
Yeah.
It's a big arena. Katie's not very big, so.
Probably lots of loud music too. I'm sure your ears.
The baby on board sticker did help being able to see you. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Anytime you're running away from us, we're going,
Perfect. That's the one. Yeah.
But the bleachers were perfect right in the middle. You can see everything.
Yes, dude. The bleachers were awesome at this race because they were facing the wall balls and the entrance of the facility. But then if you were at the top of the bleachers, you could like peer over and see all the zones from like this bird's eye view, and it was so much fun. That's where we kind of like stayed the entire time and had our little base camp while we were hanging out.
I have a feeling though, I'm going to be doing this next year while you're holding baby.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, we might have to take turns holding baby, so I can do some and you can do some. Heck yeah. I don't know, baby might be too little.
7 months.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll be 7 months at that point. But the music is really loud, and if they're really little, it could hurt their little ears. So we might just have to drop them at a grandparent's house. That was one of the other super encouraging things, was as a pregnant athlete, seeing other moms and seeing other mom athletes out there racing who had, you know, 4 and 5 kids on the sidelines, you know, knowing that they were able to have 4 and 5 kids and still get out there and be a beast and a boss on the course was so encouraging for me as a first-time mom. So thank you so much for all of you ladies who are out there who already have several kids and are killing it, because that serves as a huge inspiration, especially for the future moms out there like me. So thank you. Other than that, I felt super confident. I hit the goals that I wanted, which was honestly surprising, but I felt super confident, especially like the burpees were like my worst station in practice. And I feel like they were on point today. Like I just found my pace, found my rhythm, stuck to it, and it was like no big deal today. So that just blew my mind. But anyway, we are just about to food, so we will see you on the flip side. So we are finally home and it is super late and I am very, very tired. I had a really good piece of steak and potato at the restaurant and oh, so nice. But I am definitely ready for bed and gonna take it super chill tomorrow. Just get some stretching, foam rolling, all that jazz after a nice hot shower. So I am gonna end the video here and y'all stay healthy. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.